This time on build season, I drove 1,500 miles to the desert to PoleBarn Garage West. I bought this 1970 AMC Javelin X race car. I'm gonna see if I can't make it run and drive in 3 days. So here we have a 1970 AMC Javelin. This was previously a drag car, as evidenced by the roll cage. And the roll cage is actually done really well. I've seen some really crappy roll cages, but it's got a sweet aluminum dash, a couple of gauges over here, and a GM tilt column, which is pretty neat. This thing is surprisingly solid. I mean, holy crap, for a desert car, this is incredible. Being a Wisconsin guy, this is something we just don't see. It's freaking amazing. This car was previously set up for a small block Chevy. Coincidentally, I have a 327 and a turbo 350. Some of you may have seen the Instagram post of the trailer with all of the building materials for PoleBarn's shop that he's putting up out here. But this is my marketplace score 327 and turbo 350 transmission. We are planning on stuffing in that AMC Javelin. What are you guys doing?
Working on a 62 Chrysler that has to drive 1,000 miles in like 4 days.
Shouldn't be a big deal.
No.
He's got a new tire on the front. I saw it.
That's the radiator.
Radiator's fixed. So this is Jesse from Atomic Era Motors. Check him out on YouTube. He's into all the Atomic Era cars, right? Yes. 40s and 50s. So he plays with a bunch of stuff that is exceedingly older than you.
Yeah, sure do.
Including this 62 Chrysler 300. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Under the hood here, we're pretty well stripped. There's not a lot under here, and there are these mounts that we think were at one point maybe a big block Chrysler mount or some sort of butchered together half-ass mount, but a small block Chevy fits in here and was actually mocked up using the upper hole. So first thing I'm going to do is buzz these mounts off and weld on some proper ones to get our 327 to fit. So this car was a race car, which is actually pretty awesome for what we're trying to do. If you look here, there's already a fuel cell in the trunk. And as I mentioned, this cage is like legit. Like somebody who knew what they were doing, or at least had a semblance of skill, put this together. There's a battery mount here in the back, and there's some seriously heavy cables run all the way to the trunk. So
why is this in my yard?
It was close.
I tell you what, you bring in a couple of cars and people just start dragging their stuff over here.
I gotta do some work. The sun's going down. The quick hood. Right here.
Right on the Cadillac.
Aftermarket trans cooler set up with rubber hose. That's perfect. The transmission we have is set up the same way. I think first thing I want to do, man, is literally cut these mounts off. And I'll show you guys like the quick, dirty way of swapping something in. This was set up for a Chevy to begin with, so it's not going to be too hard. So this car was previously butched together with some plate bolted to the factory frame stands and some whatever chintzy ass mount this is welded in place. So we're going to do the exact same thing because I'm only here for like 3 days. Benefit is though, these do unbolt, so we can do all the cutting and grinding out of the engine bay. I'd like to interrupt your program for a little bit of gratitude. We had another parts fund donation, 411 Now Media. Thank you so much for that. If you're interested in becoming part of one of these builds that I'm doing, feel free to donate to the parts fund. You don't have to. There's no obligation there. There's other ways you can support the channel. You can buy merch, or you can become a member to get early access to videos, members-only videos, and live streams, etc. It's kind of a way for me to connect with my biggest supporters. Once again, thank you all so very much for all the support thus far. Back to the video. So I got back from Sheridan, our hot rod shepherd, who seems to be just giving us all the access to the greatest cars on the planet. And he made these. So instead of sitting here cutting these off, I just had Sheridan cut and punch a hole in 2 pieces of plate. We're going to drop those right back on the mounts in the car. And then somewhere over there in the dark, we're going to grab the small block, get everything ready to drop in.
My baby! Now, instead of actually having to pull this out through the mud, why don't we just drive trailer over engine hoist? Yeah.
That's a really good idea, except for the fact that the engine hoist is stuffed halfway under the trailer.
No, that's the point.
I mean, yeah, put it in gear and floor it, and then everything will be fine. That's how I handle most problems in life anyway. Well, this thing's gonna bury itself in the mud immediately.
You deadlift, right?
Yeah.
You even lift, bro?
Oh.
You even lift, bro?
Yeah, no. She's digging in. The desert. It's so fun.
Do you remember this?
Oh yeah, wasn't there like
I
a
didn't do this.
sheet of plywood involved?
Ready, go. Oh my God, that flexes. Ow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurts.
Okay. We literally moved it 2 inches.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect right there.
And stop. Raise engine, push car under, done. Installed.
Look at this. One how to be a YouTuber hot rodder kit. Right? I ordered this on Amazon. Showed up next day. Would you believe that? Yeah, it's got a warranty too. Custom trans cooler. Yeah, this is gonna run great in the Javelin. We're thinking we're gonna have to delete this exhaust crossover, which is gonna kill the 3 horsepower that it added. I'm really bummed about that. But it needs to go in the car, like now.
Does it have to go? I mean, it probably has to go.
It looks like it's gonna be right in the way. We test fitted this with a bare block and an oil pan, some car oil pan, and it fits. And we'll have some adjustability in these mounts when we put everything together. So
Better to get rid of it though. Manhandle, break, destroy.
Extreme exhaust.
leave it just like that.
Perfect, done.
Right?
Twin turbo.
So here's the clamshell mounts that we're going to use. I got these at the junkyard earlier today. We're going to put the clamshell rubber mount in here with a through bolt and get all of this on the engine, and then we'll go through and drop it right on the plates. Hold on a minute, I brought an assault ratchet.
So you've got torque converter bolts, Steve.
Yeah.
However, I just bolted the. I started one of the torque converter bolts and tried to rotate it backwards or the other way. It won't rotate anymore. I'm not sure why. Let me go ahead and undo this nut here. You had it running, right?
Yeah, but the torque converter was not bolted to the flex plate. I noticed that afterwards.
It's strange, and the transmission to me looks suspiciously clean. And if you look at this, see this torque converter?
Oh, there's a piece of wire.
What the hell is this?
They wired it, I bet you they wired it to the case of the transmission to keep it from falling out.
Again, kind of looking like the transmission's been rebuilt. I am so happy we don't have to remove that now. Yeah, so when you put in a torque converter, GM, anything, your torque converter should always spin totally freely, right? That's not always the case with every make, but with a GM it is. And now that it does spin totally freely, we bolt it up, you're good to go.
Thought we had a really big problem.
We thought there was going to be a big issue. That's why the camera's on.
So Sheridan's here.
What's up?
He is helping me. The guys went into town to get more refreshments. We'll call it that. We're gonna do this desert style, right? Lift engine in place, roll car to engine because engine stand does not move. So anyway, Sheridan brought his mobile welding rig and we're gonna get this thing dropped into the car, get the mounts lined up where we want them. We're gonna zap them in place and we're done. Just roll car to engine. Ta-da! Look at that. Who needs to move the engine hoist anyway?
I didn't think it fell that much.
That bumper really sticks out there, don't it?
There you go. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Do we need more length on the engine? No, we
need to
can't.
stand on it?
I can tell you one thing. I definitely didn't make it to the truck stop to buy beer in 5 minutes.
No.
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 Oh.
No. That's movie magic.
Okay, now
It's butted.
We're
So
balls
just
deep,
gonna have
man.
to muscle it.
yeah.
Have to muscle
Okay,
it.
so
We can muscle.
you do that, we push.
All right. You want me to lower? All right. Sorry, Sheridan.
No, it's okay.
It's gonna be in your
Yeah.
face. All
So,
right.
go. Almost. Almost.
Come on, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, baby.
We're in.
Okay.
All right.
So why are we pulling the out, Steve?
as they're going to interfere with the cross member.
So they need to be upside down, pointing through the hood.
Yeah.
With two 20s stuck right on them.
Right. Blow through
Straight
turbo.
through the 2-jet.
Upside down we go.
And fixed.
And there's nothing wrong with this plan.
Oh, the ram horns might run into the plugs.
Oh.
Well, we'll figure something out.
The ram horns are dumb.
Damn. But I think that's all that was holding us up.
We'll run it with just nothing.
Who cares?
No exhaust at all.
Don't need it. Breathes better this way.
thing on it.
Scavenging effect is unreal.
How's that? Look at it. It's self-installing. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Ready?
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry, it's all or nothing.
Oh yeah. We're almost there.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we're about to sit on the plate. There we go. I think we're probably there, dude. We're right up against.
Oh yeah.
Let's lower this slowly.
It has
The engine hoist.
it's an off and on. It's not coming down.
Yeah, come down with it. Okay. Dude,
Yes.
it's installed.
Whoa! I can't let off.
It was so great. Hang on, wait.
Come down more. So we need to come down more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, crooked as hell.
Yes, very crooked. But maybe
Pry bar.
I'm only gonna go going slow now.
Whoa!
That was almost your face.
That's good. That's fine. Hang on, that's done.
We just got to get off that steering shaft and it'll drop right in.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
you just did it. You got it. It's in.
Okay.
Going up a little bit.
Yeah, go on.
There you go. Yeah.
There it goes.
Perfect. If
Yeah,
it
I
can
mean, it
come
could go
down
back
just a hair.
This is pretty straight over here on this side of
That's
this plate.
not bad, dude.
Now we'll bring the tail up and you're in.
Yeah,
Get it?
tail up, but we could put the whole engine back like an
Push
inch.
it back.
Yeah, we can go back
Or half.
2
halfway.
inches
Yep.
or
You
more, and then we'll have most of this mount on that plate. We can weld it, and we're done. Oh yeah.
Yep, that was it.
We need to chalk the tires.
Yeah, we got too much horsepower up here.
You're almost there. Yep, that was it. Right
That's
there.
it. I would throw that bar behind that head and just kind of
Where's the bar?
straighten it out.
What was that?
Okay.
So Sheridan is gonna, either him or me, we're gonna dive under there with a nice stick welder. We are going to melt this together.
Dirty rod.
Dirty rod. Okay. And then the engine's installed permanently. We're gonna change nothing else.
Get a fresh rod.
Here, you want this?
No,
we're
I'm
good.
just gonna stick it real quick.
We're not getting good ground. There you go.
Let's see if I can get a tack with it here.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
It's just being a bitch because of the ground.
There you go. You get her started. Don't let her go.
Stand by. Let me go turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's better now.
There you go. It'll hit good now. It's warmed up. I can turn it back down.
All right.
Perfect.
Where did the light go?
This is a pit stop.
Oh yeah. I think it's perfect.
This is the good farm rod. This is the pipe rod.
Oh, pipe rod.
Yes.
It'll hold a pipeline. It'll hold a 327 Chevy. And yeah, it's going really good. This thing ought to be driving by tomorrow.
.327 turbo 350 in the Javelin. It wasn't in here an hour ago. It is now installed. It's professional. It's centered. It has 3 degrees of backward tilt. It's gonna be fine.
It's totally level. We threw the bubble level at it.
Oh yeah.
No, we didn't even do that.
No, we put a beer on top of it. That's the bubble level.
That's right. And we used the beer to cool the welds.
It actually do.
We're back at it again. We spent most of the day working here at PoleBarn Garage West. We cut out like an entire mesquite forest that was growing in the front yard. This stuff is nasty. But it is now time to get back to work on the Javelin. Right now the engine is held up by that jack, just like barely by the one corner of the pan. I have the cross member here from the AMC wagon that is over by Sheridan's. It's a parts car. So I'm gonna try to get this cross member put up in there so that we can get the jack out of the way. Should be able to lower the transmission now. It's just gonna sit on the cross member. We don't have a mount. Get one. Hey, lowered the front of the car. Looks way better now. So we got the plugs in and trans is sitting on the cross member, but I want to put the headers in. These were a $100 marketplace score. I started searching for headers because the ram horn manifolds didn't work, and like literally 3 minutes later we came across these for 100 bucks. So looks like they're gonna fit. Unfortunately, with the steering shaft in the way, probably have to come from the bottom, but I wonder if I can just move the steering shaft. We are absolutely going to interfere with the steering shaft. Damn. So we'll need a manifold, at least one manifold. We can maybe try the header on the other side. Yep. Ram horn will work on this side all day long. So we can reinstall the ram horn I took off yesterday and run a header on just one side.
It'll be fine. Just for fun.
Yeah, let's try the ram horn now that the engine's installed. Now it's perfect.
It does kind of dump.
Oh, right into the, yeah, right, yeah.
But you're not hooking up exhaust.
Absolutely right into it there. I think it's fine.
Yep, I agree.
say we roll with the ram horns instead. This is a performance application, you know.
Yes.
Trying to open my ratchet.
Yeah, those icon boxes are a little obnoxious.
Did you get it finally?
Excalibur! Yeah.
Gosh, damn, those lights are bright. Whew. What? Invites you out to stay at his place out west and then just calls you a piece of shit.
My
That's
gold
your golden ratchet? It's already broken?
I broke it. I've been trying to tighten a fuel pump over there and it's just...
Piece of Don't buy the gold ratchets.
It's got lifetime warranty. I'll get another one tomorrow.
Pimp your ratchet. We're gonna switch over to some stuff that we can do. We're waiting for some more parts that are coming or that we're gonna go get tomorrow. So Buff is actually looking into the wiring for start and ignition. So here's our start solenoid. I'm guessing that that's probably bad just by the look of it. We're gonna try it anyway. If not, I'll run and get one tomorrow. This car does have a rear mounted battery, some really good heavy duty cables that run all the way up to the front of the car. I just have to figure out if it's grounded at the back, and if so, we might have to ground the engine to the body. So we're a little further into the wiring here, and we have a ground from the engine to the frame, and that is a positive battery terminal, and I have just removed a piece of the suspension and put it right through the battery terminal because we have limited parts and tools out here. Buff volunteered for some reason to go under the dash, and he's wiring ignition and start button. There's very minimal instrumentation inside here, but we're gonna operate under the assumption that all of the switches on the dash work. Right? We're gonna hope that.
That's what I'm making sure of right now.
So in that case, we should have ignition and start from inside the car. I got the starter wired up down there. I'm waiting for the start wire to come through the firewall, then I can land that on the solenoid, and then maybe we can give this thing a try. Got power on the ignition switch, got power on the start button. Battery hooks up back here. We ran a new ground cable from the battery to
start right now.
The body. It's not trying to start.
So that's good. Come on, button.
Button's a little crusty. No. You thinking the start push button that was in this car sitting out behind Sheridan's house for however long is junk?
No way.
Definitely the ignition switch.
It's the ignition switch?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Wired it together. So we've got ignition power and the start switch hooked up. Buff, you want to give it a try and crank it? Hey, okay, perfect. Let's throw a little brake clean down the carb just to make sure this thing runs in the chassis. Let's give it a little bit. All right, Buff.
Ignition and start. Let's confirm I've got ignition.
I don't think we have spark. Hold on. All right, Buff, give it a try. Hell yeah.
That'll do.
So it runs in this chassis. All right. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? Oh my God. Yeah. Good morning. Back out here again. Got a lot of stuff to do today, and we have rain coming later, so I have to stay on task. First thing I want to do is get some rollers on here. The wheels that we use to get this car into the yard over here all have flat tires. So I got some rollers I brought with me. I'm going to get those on there. And the next thing that is really urgent is the rear end. Picked these rollers up on Marketplace. They're a unilug pattern. I don't really love these, but they will fit this car. I needed shank lug nuts to make it work, but I think this might actually give it a pretty cool look. What do you think of that, right? 70s, 80s drag car, perfect. Obviously the front's sitting way too high, but I like that look. I think it looks pretty good. Missing a lug nut, I know. Those lug nuts only come in packs of 4. By the way, this is what Dalton's up to right now. The Centurion doing the work. He's dragging this area over here. And maybe drifting a little. So I got the car jacked up here, and I think maybe you can see we have an obvious problem. The leaf springs on this thing are literally caving in the other way. They are completely shot. Also, this rear end is a donor. It's out of a Hornet, so it's an AMC 10. It's a weak rear end, and don't know much about it, but it doesn't sound good when it rolls. We have a plan to get a different rear end in here, but I gotta strip all this out. I gotta drop the leaf springs out of here, get this axle out of the way, and then we're gonna go hunting. Apologize for the lack of audio here. My DJI mics came unsynced, or they died, or something happened here. So start pulling this rear end. I'm going to support the rear end with a jack. Then we're going to go after getting the leaf springs out of the shackles. The driver's side came apart really easy. The bushings were completely shot. Passenger side was a little bit tougher. The bolt going through the shackle was really stuck and rusted in there. So I'm working it back and forth here to try to get it out of there. I ended up doing the tried and true method here of using an impact to back that bolt all the way out of the shackle. Worked perfectly. With the shackles undone in the back, I went for the spring plates underneath, loosened those with the ratchet, zipped them out of there. Finally, with both shackles and spring plates loose, I was able to pull that rear end right out of there. The axle and leaf springs are out. Sorry about the lack of audio there. My DJI mics died again. Thinking I might be looking for a different brand of lavalier mic. We're back on the shotgun here, so sorry if there's a little bit of wind. We're ready to go hunting for a rear end. Dalton's grading his horse arena in the front yard here. Yeah, he's getting into show horses. I think Shetland ponies. So Buff wired this last night in like 15 minutes just so that we could test some stuff out, get the engine to run. We're gonna come back in here, replace a couple of the switches because all the contacts are bad. Got a couple from O'Reilly. That way we can get the wiring shored up a little bit, work a little better. All right, let's give it a shot here. Check out our fighter jet style ignition switch. Here we go. Yes. Gotta wait a little bit to go searching for rear axle for this thing. So in the meantime, I figured I would hook up the fuel system. and that is a boat tank, my boat tank from home, behind the passenger seat. We're gonna run the fuel line right along the center of the car and out a nice ground-mounted hole under the dash. We're gonna run this with a drill battery. Relax, this is a temporary install. It should be fine. I need a throttle return spring. I thought I brought some, but I must have forgot. We're gonna look through the stash of cars that Dalton has here. I think this Corvair over here might have something. Never mind. It doesn't look like there's an actual return spring on these. Not that I can use. The Grand Am had one here. I'll get you back, Dalton. There we go. Grand Am return spring. Fuel is plumbed. I'm gonna zip tie this line out of the way. Gotta do a little bit more of that. Gotta do a little more of that inside the car. Then we're gonna see if I can get this thing to run for just a little while. I ran the electric pump just a little bit. I can't believe it. I think we have an accelerator pump that fired up. Oh yeah. I have a race car, so I have a radiator, and maybe you'll recognize this radiator as the LS swap radiator that popped on Poverty Tour. I changed it here, right there, when I was here a few months ago, and now I'm going to reuse it because I think it'll hold enough water for this thing to do some donuts in the front yard. So I got this. This is the factory radiator retaining bracket, and I think if I slip it in just like that, cut out the radiator fill, I can use self tappers to put this back in and retain the radiator from the top. Well, what do we find?
Your next build.
58 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser.
Well, at least it was.
One time.
Yeah, this one is hammered, but it has a rear end that will work perfectly in the Javelin.
57 to 59 Ford 9-inch rear end Ford car. First iteration of the 9-inch was 1957. And they have like the perfect spring perch width to fit Mustangs, Novas, Javelins.
Javelins, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. It's like a 43-inch spread on the perches, and then overall width, I mean, we got to measure it, but it's pretty dang close.
Oh yeah. Well, let's just we'll just pop it right out. It'll be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
It's only been sitting here for 50 years.
5-10 minutes.
I don't know.
Oh, she's gonna go. I'll try the other.
They're just the younger ones that are 89. This one's
Well, we can death wheel them, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's...
Well, if they snap, we don't have to cut them.
Going the wrong way, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to run it back up,
Okay.
but it is... These are going to snap. That might have been it.
I think you're good. You're good. Those are reusable.
Oh, you can see the whole thing twisting.
No. Give that Harbor Freight ratchet all it's got.
Well, in a rare occurrence, it's raining in New Mexico. And it looks like it might actually get kind of heavy, so we're gonna pack up all the stuff. We do have a 9-inch. It's on the way. It's being delivered after we pulled it, so we're gonna get packed up before it gets absolutely drenched. Finally back at it this morning. We have our 9-inch rear end over here. We have new leaf springs in the back of the Suburban. We got U-bolts, so we're gonna slam the rear end back under the car, and we're gonna attempt to use the drive shaft that came out of the 58 Mercury see if we can't cobble something together to get this thing to move under its own power.
Carry it or roll? Let's just carry it. It ain't nothing.
Installed.
Very close to the pin.
Try to get yours going. There you go. There you go. There we go.
All right. Nice. 58 Mercury rear end. Direct swap for
You're welcome
Javelin.
for Dalton's internal part interchange catalog.
Get your monthly subscription at PoleBarnGarageMerch.com.
$49.99. Old adjustable hammer here.
Nothing else.
The wind was really bad this time. I think we had like a pretty constant 20-mile-an-hour wind out of the southwest, so you can't hear what I'm saying, but we got the rear end on the leaf springs back up, could get the jack out of there. That side works, this side's stuck.
Well, hit it with your purse.
I've been hitting this thing with my purse the whole time I've been here. Our Napa Universal U-bolts, which are radically too long, worked. We have a different spring plate from this side to that side. This one was on the car, that one came with a different rear end. We had to hog the holes out. Cut these down, run this tight, and we can look at a drive shaft.
So anytime you go to a junkyard, right, you find a car, it's been sitting there for a gazillion years. Why is it always the right rear that's stuck, even out here in the desert? It's because, what do you do with the car that's going to the junkyard? Well, you go power brake the shit out of it and glaze them shoes up real good, get them nice and hot and stuck, and then you park it. And that's what seems to have happened. But look how clean that is. I mean, it feels good.
Yeah.
It's very smooth.
Too bad it's not a posse, but man.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's all right.
323 gear though.
That's pretty good. All right. Run the adjuster in a little bit maybe?
Yeah, I would.
Apologize for the wind noise here, but we are actually looking to make our own drive shaft. I brought a drive shaft from home that has the right yoke that goes into the trans. It does not have the right U-joint to hook up to the rear end, and both of which, the existing drive shaft and the old drive shaft, are too long. So we are going to actually cut and modify and weld this to fit the application.
There you go.
Done.
So we're going to get a drive shaft measurement. To do that, I'm going to throw the yoke in the transmission here. I'm going to bottom it out all the way in the transmission and then pull it out about 3/4 of an inch. Then we're going to measure center to center, U-joint on the drive shaft or the transmission side and the rear end side.
And for those saying you have to have it on the tires, we've got weight on it.
Yeah, the weight is on the front tires and the rear end is on a jack. We just have the center blocks on here so we don't die as much. Maybe we can see it.
Maybe we start pounding on it, try to get it to split, because that band weld is a basically heated up. You know, they heat it up real hot, and then just as it goes, contracts around it. I believe
okay.
It's an actual piece of steel or something. I don't think it's an actual weld. It might be.
Till the
Killed his vise.
uh-oh.
That's been there for 37 years.
Oh no. I broke the vise? Or was it just tacked in place?
Well, it's welded to it. Oh. How about that one? There you are.
Good. That is clearly welded.
There's even a hammer on this one.
Why don't we just use my lathe? Get the helicopter.
Got it. I think, for the most part. Yeah, I had to grind it thin enough to be able to basically peel it open like a can opener. Now we can expose the rest of the yoke.
Because you're trying to attach steel to cast iron, so they have to use that band weld thing. I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, duh, that's why.
You have the removal tool there.
Watch out, Steve.
Yeah.
Gonna be in phase, so something like that ish.
Turn.
It's gonna be very much press fit. You should
Right.
we can lay it flat on the floor, set it.
Okay.
A little hammer, give it a little tap in there, and try to seat it. Maybe may have to take a little bit off of that.
It's going in crooked. That looks pretty good.
Go get you a block of wood, set it up here, and yeah. That's what a guy's got to do when he doesn't have a CNC machine.
Yeah, you'll put one in your new shop though.
Yeah, one that's built out of shipping containers.
Of course. It is a little crooked now. It's like welding with jumper cables.
Pretty much. A couple tacks on either side of it, just in case it, were to fall over. It is so precisely installed that it's best to make sure it doesn't move.
Precisely.
So
The internet is going to see my horrible stick welding skills. I don't really care if you like them or not.
it's stuck together.
Yep.
Hit it with a flap disc real quick, it'll look like brand new.
Grinder and paint.
Look at the welds in the car. They probably look just like that.
All right, it's been a little bit off camera. I crawled underneath and installed our custom drive shaft. We got our wheels mounted. Buff is working on transmission cooler. We're trying to get the alternator mounted right here. Bracket. Ooh. Like Dalton said, that bracket is going to be holding on by a thread. Our goal is to try to get this thing to go in and out of drive, maybe reverse. Who knows? Try to lap it around the yard. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a custom shifter going here. Really, really high quality. A piece of 1/4-20 all thread. This has got that stupid mid-60s style tang bracket on it, so we can't really rig anything. But what we can do, take our locking pliers, like so. Oh, that didn't bend like I wanted, but it'll probably work. Like this. And then if I hose clamp it to that, this is gonna work. Here's your shifter, Steve. A piece of all thread. It's perfect.
I couldn't have done it better myself. Our transmission is set up on a 2x4. I think that's a Douglas fir, maybe. That's an aftermarket performance company. I'm gonna fix this to the cross member the best way I know how and the fastest.
What you looking for?
Lug nuts.
The wheels are on.
Oh no.
For a spacer.
Yeah, see this is custom.
Oh.
So you get your all thread, right?
Yeah.
And this makes your alternator fully adjustable, forward and aft.
Wow.
You just, however many lug nuts you wish to put in here is the spacing. You understand?
Got it.
What do you think? Pretty good, huh?
There's a lot of nuts, man.
Oh yeah,
You got a lot of nuts.
I know.
So do I.
Hang on, let me. Boom.
Oh, it's so good. I actually really like it. It's good. All right, let's bring it down. See what this looks like on its wheels finally.
I like it. It's ready to go desert hopping, man.
It rides like a 4x4.
It's awesome. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Like you said, you don't need shocks. You know, I've installed a fair amount of electric fans in my life. The first one I've ever opened up that was actually wired reverse to push. I had to flip the blade, and now it'll wire up traditionally. Kind of interesting. We're gonna mount this up and then just run it off a toggle switch. I don't know how much he's planning on driving it, but having a fan would be a good thing.
Are you cool with the filler location, Tom?
What's that?
Cool with the filler location?
Oh hell, I think it's great, man. My daily's this way.
Yeah. All right. Want to make sure it's nice and accessible in case there's any problems.
All right. I think I'm gonna put enough water in this that might fall out the bottom. Need to improvise quickly.
Yeah.
Got a ratchet strap?
Yeah. Yes.
That ain't going nowhere.
You said it. Yeah. Okay. So we're good.
Stand clear and keep your finger on the switch. So it's still very much up on the stick. Kind of makes me wonder if the pump didn't suck it up.
Good.
You are hemorrhaging transmission fluid.
Oh, good.
I don't know from where.
Morning, back on the Javelin. First thing I want to do is get under there, drop the trans pan, see if we can figure out what's up with this mystery transmission. So what do you think? What do you think it's going to be? Guesses? Filter fell off? No valve body?
I'm gonna go with pump, front pump.
I appreciate your optimism. I appreciate your optimism.
I'm going to say filter non-existent.
Yeah,
If the pan's already loose.
Jim's here.
What I can guarantee you is I'm not fixing it.
I don't think anybody's gonna be fixing it.
I'm not a trainee guy.
Red rain.
You know, it's not brown.
I know the fluid looks good, probably because we just put it in there.
It is fresh, yes.
Of course. That's always when you find your transmission problems. It's right after you put new fluid in. Here we go.
Big splash. There you go. Commence to immediately Yeah.
Filters on it.
Yep, so that tells you.
Pump is bad. So this is odd. The transmission looks really clean inside. It's got a filter on it. Look at all that.
Oh, chunky.
Oh.
Yummy.
It's sparkly, like metallic. Look at it.
Look at the chunks of dirt and shit in there. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
That's rust.
I'd run it.
If it ran.
It doesn't run though.
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point, pulled the pan on the transmission looks okay. There's a bunch of material in the pan. Probably front pump is gone. So unfortunately the mystery turbo 350 is in fact junk. Look at this. This bolt is loose. This bolt is loose. The entire valve body is loose. Look at this. I can move this around.
Somebody's been playing in yon transmission.
Yeah.
The story is I'm going with, somebody was putting a shift kit in it. It's got a real high performance shift kit and they just didn't finish.
Yeah, that's it. It's not that it was failing and they were trying to figure it out.
Oh, well, no.
Well, I'm sure this was rebuilt.
Oh,
This
it's
is
brand new.
just back from the shop, rebuilt
Just a little
perfectly.
self dust on it.
It doesn't hurt to just tighten up all the bolts here for the valve body to see. Oh my goodness, wow, that was loose. The gaskets aren't sealing, we're bypassing fluid, nothing's gonna work. With how clean the valve body and stuff looks, I think it's worth a try. Well, got the pan bolted back up. I'm gonna zip this down, head to O'Reilly's and grab one more, maybe two more jugs of ATF, and just give this thing one more try. Got some fresh trans fluid, go in here with about a gallon, and then give this thing one more try.
You had fluid for a minute.
Front pump is gone. Hemorrhaging fluid like so badly.
It was kind of a gasket.
All over. Well, it was dumping worse while it was running.
Yeah,
I
true.
think.
So that means it's pumping.
I think the pump's gone. It's bypassing, and
Yeah.
go figure. Who knew?
Yeah, who would have thought that a transmission that had a loose tail housing, torque converter wasn't bolted up, the pan bolts were loose, and the valve body wasn't bolted on.
You did make it turn though.
Well, there you go. So, Javelin didn't work out. Kind of whooped me on this one. We tried. So, I didn't want to go home empty-handed, and Sheridan had this. It's a 68 AMC Rebel SST 343 V8 car. Really, really good shape. These are really hard to find, and I've actually wanted one of these for quite a while. So, all in all, I still get to go home with a white AMC that I've wanted for a long time.
You still own a Javelin.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
It's in my yard.
Yeah, come driver. So it's a few days later. I made the 1,500 mile trip home in 2 days. 15 and a half hours one day and 6 hours the next. I want to thank you, Dalton and Buff and Jesse and Jim and Sheridan and all the folks around town that helped us out all week long. It was unimaginably fun to go out there in the desert and see all these awesome cars everywhere, get to meet these guys, get to work with them all week. It's an experience I wouldn't trade for anything, and I can't wait to go back and get my Javelin. Someday, maybe I can make trips out there to New Mexico anytime I want. To all my members, to all my subscribers, to everybody donating to the Parts Fund, every single person that supported me, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.